System. Pause. Bereit.
So. We will start with the presentation. Machine number one. Number one. Number one. Again.
Wurfmaschine 3. Wurfmaschine 1.
Eins, once more. Come on. Number one.
Wurfmaschine 2. Wurfmaschine 1.
That was number one.
Wurfmaschine 2.
And number three.
Wurfmaschine 3.
Number four.
Wurfmaschine 4.
Number five.
Wurfmaschine 5.
And six.
Wurfmaschine 6.
Seven.
Wurfmaschine 7.
Number eight.
Wurfmaschine 8.
And number nine.
Wurfmaschine 9.
Number 10.
Wurfmaschine 10.
11.
Wurfmaschine 11.
And 12.
Wurfmaschine 12.
13. 13.
Wurfmaschine 13.
14.
Wurfmaschine 14.
And 50.
Wurfmaschine 15.
Now we can do the test fire. Test fire? Yes. 6 first. Test fire, please.
Oh.
Oh. Number 5.
Oh.
Now the presentation.
System. Pause.
And welcome back to Munich. Just look at the weather here. It's just hovering around 28 and 29 degrees, just around there. Hasn't quite touched 30, but a clear blue sky here at the shotgun range at the 1972 home of the Olympic Games here at Garching-Hochbruck. My name is Rory McAllister, and I'll be your commentator for this afternoon's para-trap finals. Para-trap PT1 is the one that's coming up in just a second. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, then thank you very much for joining us today, this afternoon. Glorious weather, perfect conditions almost for trap shooting here at Munich. There's just a slight breeze in the air, which will affect the targets just ever so slightly, but we have some world-class shotgun shooters in front of us, so no doubt they'll all be able to cope with the conditions. And let's face it, the conditions are the same for each and every athlete. Thank you for your comments on YouTube so far. Come on, India. There's not one representation of India in this final, but still I love the support from the Indian fans coming on and showing their support nonetheless. But yes, it's just Finland, United Arab Emirates, Spain, Great Britain, Germany and Italy who are in this final. So there we have it, humidity about 25%, there's a wind of about 2 miles per second, which is fairly mild, just call it a light breeze really, more than anything else. We'll get going with this final as soon as we can. Just the introductions being made now by our announcer, Jamie Stangroom. So that's our first shooter from Finland, Juha Muulamäki, who's on station 1 and on station 2. I'm just seeing what positions people are actually being introduced into here. So just to the left of your screen there, that's representing Italy, that's Davide Federicuni. And then the next athlete representing German, Thomas Hoofs. From Great Britain, we have Keith White. Representing Spain, Pedro Gomez Albenda. And of the UAE just coming in now, that's Isa Azubadi. And finally representing Finland, as I mentioned a second ago, that's Juha Muulamäki. And that completes our lineup. So the jury in charge of this final is Michał Gabrielski of Poland. There he is, taking a bow. And our referee for this final, here he comes. It's Rainer Prompers of Germany. So we're about to get underway. We've got 3 finals for you this afternoon here in this glorious weather here in Munich. Such a wonderful part of the world just down here towards the southern part of Germany. You go a bit further south and the scenery really does just become absolutely breathtaking. Forests and lakes and a whole array of gorgeousness. So there's Muulamäki just making his final preparations. That's how they settled it all in qualification. So Muulamäki at the top there on 109. Isa Al-Zubadi second, along with Pedro Albende, both on 108. So 25 targets before we start making eliminations. Once we get to target, after 40 targets, we'll announce the bronze medal, and 50 will seal the gold. Funny that the other 3 remaining athletes that I was about to mention there, Keith White, Thomas Hoofs and Davide Federicuni, all qualified on 106, so it's been incredibly close. Time is ticking down, just getting tested. the shot clock just over to the right of the athletes as they shoot here at Munich. So much history here. The 1972 games started back on the 26th of August 1972 and ran through to the 11th of September. 15 seconds for each shot per athlete, which isn't an awful lot of time when you think about it. I mean, I've been an amateur shotgun shooter since I was a child. Used to fire the traps back in the days. It was all before Bluetooth, you see, back in the early 90s. We had to wait for the call and then actually fire off the trap ourselves. So here's Muramaki. It's all about hits and misses in shotgun. So he's 2 up. Al-Zubaydi missed his. And all they have to do is literally just clip any part of the target. As long as the referee sees that the target has been clipped, that will count as a hit. So Keith White misses his. This is Thomas Hofs, Germany. Green light. That's good. That's a hit. Here's Federaccioni of Italy. And a miss for him. Mulumaki with the perfect start so far, 3 out of 3. Al-Zubaydi with the hit. And Gomez Albende with a hit as well. Here's Keith White then of Great Britain with a hit. And now Thomas Hofs, Germany. Red flag, that's a miss. Federacucci manages to get a hit there. But Mulumaki of Finland is looking absolutely bang on at the moment. So this is Thomas Hoofs, who, yeah, there's a hit there. So he's only missed 1 so far. So can he make it a perfect 5, the Finnish shooter? Indeed he can. So Gomez Albende misses out on the perfect 5, a miss. And a miss for Keith White. Thomas Hoofs of Germany, a hit, so at least he'll finish on 4. And Federacucci managed to get his with a 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, a perfect 5 out of 5 for Mulumaki of Finland. He's leading the way by 1 hit.
Bereit.
So that's how it stands. It says 6 hits, but actually it's 5 for Mulumaki, because he's only taken 5 out of 5. This will be 6. That's 6. He's got 6 now. Another 15 seconds on the clock each athlete. Oh, it's a miss there by Al-Zubaydi. So each athlete, as they go to make their calls, literally says the word call, or certainly a noise that sounds just like it, depending on your native tongue. And that's the kind of international recognised word for making a call for the trap, for the target to be fired, and just fly its way out onto the Munich grass.
No target.
Now, there is a bit of wind here. You can see the back of the bibs there just flapping around a bit, so I think it's certainly having an effect on conditions here.
No target. Ready. Oh.
So you'll see there as well the referee standing in the middle. That's Rainer Prompus of Germany. He looks over. If the red flag goes up, that signals a miss.
Oh.
Yo.
But Mulamaki with another hit. Very, very dominant so far. Al-Zubaydi, another miss. Let's see what Gomez Albende can do here. A hit. Keith White, Great Britain, hits that one.
Oh.
Yo.
So far Mulamaki hasn't missed a target yet. And Al-Zubaydi has some work on his hands because Keith White's coming up. If he hits his, then Al-Zubaydi will be bottom of the scoreboard. Gomez Albende is right on the heels of Mulamaki. Keith White misses his, so he'll be level with the athlete from the UAE. Thomas Hoofs with a miss.
Oh.
Here's Ferda Rakuni. That's a hit, so 7. So going into the 10th shots now for each athlete. Mulamaki with a perfect 10. Al-Zubaydi with a hit. Gomez Albende, this is his. Keith White of Great Britain with a hit. This is Thomas Hoofs of Germany. And that's a hit, he needed that one. He's on 8. And Ferda Reikuchi got a miss. So Juha Mulamaki, perfect 10 so far. Great display of trap shotgun shooting. Can he be caught? So that graphic just is after the first. There we go. Been adjusted now. So Mulamaki with all 10. Pedro Abande and Thomas Hoofs both on 8, with the Italian on 7, and then Al-Zubaydi and Keith White both on 6. So there we have it. Mulamaki makes his first miss.
Oh.
Back to Mulamaki. Can he rediscover the form that got him through the first 10 shots? Yeah, another hit for him. Al-Zubaydi also with a hit. But a miss for the Spaniard. Keith White of Great Britain got his. Thomas Hoofs of Germany got his too. And it's another miss from the Italian. So back to the competition leader, Mulamaki. He's only missed one so far. So if you are just joining us for this Paratrap PT1 final, each athlete taking their 13th shot at the moment. They have 15 seconds for each shot. Most of them tend to go within the first 5 if they can.
Whoa.
So we're now moving into shot 14.
No target. Ready. Go.
A great shot for Mulamaki. Very, very low, that one.
Oh.
So Keith White has now made it into double figures at least. Thomas Hoofs of Germany was already there. That miss will keep him on 10 though.
Oh.
And Davide
No.
Federicucci has had some mixed form so far in this final. Here's Mulamaki. So that puts him up to 14. He's only missed one, and that's after 15 targets. Each athlete now taking their 14th shot. 15th shot.
Oh.
System. Pause.
So we're now 10 shots away from the first elimination. We'll have our first elimination after 25 targets. The bronze medal will be decided after 40 targets, and then gold and silver on 50. So Juho Mulamaki of Finland. They've got some class shotgun shooters in Finland, and he's certainly one of them. He's only missed one so far. Pedro Gomez Albende has only missed 3. He's currently on 12. But it's Mulamaki who goes on to lead. Another miss, so he's missed 2 so far.
No target.
So no target called there for
Ready.
Al-Zubaydi. That means he gets to go again. Sometimes there's various different reasons why no target is called. Sometimes target doesn't appear, sometimes it appears broken. So we'll fly out into the air into pieces already. And of course you can't shoot at a target that's already in pieces.
Oh.
You can just see on your screen there as well the purple bar just making its way up to the number 25. That just indicates where the first elimination will be.
Oh.
And then 30, 35, 40. And then all the way up to 50, which will be the gold medal.
No.
So Mulamaki keeps the pressure on. 15 out of 17 so far.
Oh. Oh.
Further Rakuchi with a miss. But Mulamaki just keeps the pressure on. He's only missed 2 targets so far.
Oh. No target.
So no target called for Keith White. He'll get to go again. The clock will reset to 15 seconds. Here he goes.
Oh. No target.
No target again.
Oh.
So perhaps a malfunction with the microphone, is it?
Station 1 bereit.
Oh.
There are microphones in front of each athlete so that when they make their call, the target can be fired out.
Neue Scheibe. Station 1 bereit.
So this is Keith White of Great Britain.
Oh.
Smashes that one. So it's Hoofs on his 18th target. So he's only missed 4 so far.
Oh.
Further Rakuchi gets that one.
Oh.
So that's Mulamaki with his 19th shot. 17 in total, only 2 misses. Very, very impressive display.
Oh. Oh.
Further Rakuchi now completes his 19th shot. It now means we go into the final 5 shots for each athlete. Will bring us to a total of 20 targets so far. So Mulamaki keeps up his consistency. He's only missed 2. Al-Zubaydi missed 4.
Oh.
Sorry, missed 6 even. Sorry, 6. That's 4 for Gomez Albendi, the Spaniard. Keith White has missed 6. Thomas Hoofs of Germany missed 5.
Oh.
And further Rakuchi
Pause.
has missed 8. So that's how it stands after 20 targets. It's Juha Mulamaki who is leading the competition. There we go. Scoreboard will just adjust. 18 hits. Very, very impressive stuff. That's only 2 misses. Pedro Gomez Albende on total of 16. Hoofs of Germany on 15. Al-Zubaydi on 14, along with Keith White of Great Britain. And then Further Rakuchi of Italy on 12 hits out of 20. So after the next 5 targets, we will decide 6th place in this Paratrap PT1 final here on day 4 of the 2022 Munich WSPS World Cup. So Mulamaki settles in again. 6 seconds left. Oh, makes the call and misses. That was a late call from him.
No target.
And no target called for Al-Zubaydi. Gomez Albende, yes, taking advantage of that. He's able to close the gap on him and Mulamaki because he missed his. And the Spaniard hits his so he goes within 1 of the leader. And it's another miss for the Italian. He's having a disaster there today. Another miss though for Mulamaki. This means that Gomez Albende of Spain can go level here if he hits this target. And he does indeed. That's 18 apiece. So, Mulamaki and Gomez Albende tied for the lead at the moment. Thomas Hoos is so showing no signs of giving up. Another great hit from him. Federicucci, another miss. Pressure's on now, Mulamaki.
No target.
That's another no target called for Al-Zubaydi. That's about 3 times now he's had to experience that. Keeps up the pressure though. He's now within 1 of the leaders. Gomez Albende now goes into the lead on 19 hits. This is the 23rd shot of each athlete. Federicucci of Italy just pretty much shooting for pride now. It's another miss. He's not going to make it through.
Ready.
Mulamaki really needs to get this one in order to stay in the hunt. And he does. He's on 19 on his 24th shot. So it's missed 5. Al-Zubaydi on 18. Gomez can go into the lead again here. And does. Keith White, that's a painful miss at this stage. He could have done with that one. Thomas Hoos now joined 2nd place with Mulamaki, so we've got a tie for 2nd. It's the Spaniard who's going to lead. And Mulamaki, his 25th shot, misses that one. And Gomez Albende can go 2 shots in front here if he gets this. Doesn't know, stays on 20. Keith White with another miss. Thomas Hoos can go joint leader if he gets this. But doesn't. There's only 1 hit so far, and that was Al-Zubaydi. And Federicucci, well, only on 15. He'll be leaving the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking a 6th place.
So he finishes 6th. 25 targets is the first marker where we say goodbye to one of our athletes. So representing Italy, Davide Federicucci. So that's Jamie Stangrove, our announcer, just on to the left of your picture just there. There's been some mic issues, so at least now the crowd in the background can at least hear what's going on. So here's how it stands then. It's Gomez Albende on 20 hits after 25 targets. 19 for the Finnish shooter. Mulamaki made such an impressive start. After about 10 or 15 targets, he's still only missed 2. And then just over the last 10, just started to waver. Conditions here, it was about 25 degrees Celsius. There is a wind, as you can probably hear down the microphones. We're doing all we can to try and prevent that. But that will be affecting conditions. Here goes Mulamaki of Finland again. Decent hit for him. Al-Zubaydi of United Arab Emirates. Had a fairly decent start, dipped away a little bit, but has really started to fight back in this final.
Oh.
Another miss for the German.
Oh.
Oh, that's another miss for Mulumaki as well. Gomez Albende with his 27th shot of this final. Gets a hit, as does Keith White of Great Britain. Hoos of Germany with a hit, staying in there. Goes back to Mulumaki. Now that we only have 5 athletes left, they start to move pretty thick and fast, these trap finals. So this is the 28th shot of each athlete. Keith White really needs to get this in order to stay in the hunt. And he does. Sousa, Germany, with another solid hit. Back to Mulumaki. He's got to keep the pressure on the Spaniard. He's tied with Al-Zubaydi at the moment. He's on 21, so Al-Zubaydi needs to get this in order to keep up. He does. That's 22 apiece. The Spaniard now on 23. Can he make this 24? Bang, and he does.
Oh.
Another miss for the Briton. It's not looking good for Keith White, because there's only a shoot-off for the gold medal, otherwise it goes on bib number. So whatever happens, Keith White will be eliminated from this final. This shot's just for pride. And he finishes on a miss, so he'll leave the final in 5th place on 20 targets. Meanwhile, we have a couple of athletes tied. Al Bazazi on 23, along with Thomas Hoofs of Germany. They're both on 23. As Keith White leaves the final of Great Britain. There he is in 5th position. Just a real bit of mixed form there from Keith. So here's how the scoreboard stands then. Mulumaki, who led for so long in this final, now finds himself in 4th position. Thomas Hoofs of Germany on 23, alongside Isa Al-Zubaydi. They're just separated by bib number, even though they're on the same score. And it's Pedro Gomez Albende who leads the competition on 25 out of 30 targets. That's only 5 misses. So if you are just joining us, perhaps watching on YouTube or Facebook, my name is Rory McAllister. Thank you very much. I'm your commentator for this Paratrap PT1 final. So far, Davide Federici has left the final in 6th place. Keith White of Great Britain was just eliminated a second ago. He left in 5th. Thank you very much to James the Flames, who says Italia for life. Italian food for life, definitely. Here's Mulamaki of Finland, another hit for him. So he's just taken his 33rd shot. It's Al-Zubaydi with a miss. That's going to be painful for him. Gomez Albende, yeah, increases his lead. Look at that, up to 27 now. Here's Thomas Hoofs, currently on 25. Now he's made it 26. It's back round to Mulamaki. And a hit for him. Al-Zubaydi, that's a miss there, which means that's good news for Mulamaki. He'll move up the scoreboard. Gomez Albende on his 34th shot of this final. Thomas Hoofs with a miss, sorry, a hit even, so that's 27. Mulamaki, this is his 35th shot, so we'll have the next elimination. 4th position will be decided. Mulamaki on 24. Al-Zubaydi.
No target.
Mulamaki 25, sorry.
Ready.
Al-Zubaydi on 25. And Gomez Albende. So it looks like the athlete from the UAE will leave this final. Gomez Albende 29. Thomas Hoofs finishes for now on 27. So that's the next elimination decided. They all come thick and fast now. So that's 35 targets down. And that's Issa Al-Zubaydi of the United Arab Emirates. He finishes in 4th here in the Paratrap final, PT1. So let's have a look then and see how it's all shaping up. Pedro Gomez Albende of Spain, 29 hits out of 35, so only 6 misses after 35 targets. Thomas Hoof on 27. Juha Mulamaki of Finland is on 25. So this will all rock round really, really quickly now. We've only got 3 athletes now left in this final. A hit for Mulamaki, that puts him up to 26. What can the Spaniard do here? Oh, a miss. Thomas Hoofs will want to capitalise on that. But he doesn't, that's a miss there. That's an opportunity missed, literally.
Ready. Go.
Mulamaki misses that one. It looks like he's gonna, yeah, he's gonna leave this final. Certainly looking that way at the moment. But it can all change.
Ready.
Right, he's got to get at least these next 2 to stay in this.
Go.
And then hope that Hoffs misses, because it'll then go down to bib numbers, in which case Mulamaki will get through, but now he won't. So Mulamaki will be leaving this final then. Thomas Hoofs now on 29.
Ready. Go.
Well, it's a hit for Munamaki, takes him up to 27. Gomez Albende with a miss. That leaves him on 31, stays there. Now Hoofs can make some ground here. And closes the gap, he's now on 30. So some impressive shooting from the German to stay in this. This is the 40th and last shot from Mulamaki. And it's a hit, but it won't be enough because he can't catch up. So Gomez Albende with a crucial hit there. Now Hoofs really wants to hit this one. And does. So Mulamaki leaves the final. But he does have a bronze medal. So he started so well, but it's another medal for Finland. Juha Mulamaki is our bronze medalist. So it leaves the final to let the other two battle it out now for the gold. So there'll be another 10 targets this time rather than it being decided every 5. So that's 40 targets down. And there's 10 targets left. So look how close it is. Pedro Gomez Albende on 32. Thomas Hoofs of Germany on 31. The wind really starting to pick up now. Just see the bib just flapping around there. That'll make the target drift. Oh, that was a tricksy shot. So Gomez Albende misses, so Thomas Hoofs can level it here. But he doesn't. It's still one target between them.
Ready.
Pedro Gomez Albende needed that one, definitely. It's a hit. Good news for the Spaniard. Thomas Hoofs stays within 1, putting real pressure on the Spanish shooter. This will be his 43rd shot.
Ready.
So he's called out that he's ready. And now we make the call, all within 15 seconds. There we go, and the shot. And it's a hit. So Hoofs needs to literally keep on his tail. Ah, a miss. That's disappointing for the German. So here's Gomez Albende now with his 44th shot.
Ready.
Ah, it's a miss. Crucial. That's a real chance for Hoofs now, the German. Really needs to hit this one, and does. Target just explodes over the centre of the grass. 45th shot now for Pedro Gomez Albende. Can only go to a shoot-off for the gold medal. There's still a chance that could happen with the scores the way they are at the moment. There's only one hit that separates these two. That's a terrific hit, that one. Pressure really mounting. Thomas Hoofs keeps it up though. We're in for an exciting finish. That's after 45 targets. So with 5 targets to go, unless it goes to a shoot-off, Pedro Gomez Albende of Spain with 35 hits out of 45, so he's only missed 10. And then Thomas Hoofs from the home nation of Germany on 34 hits. He's only missed 11 targets. So this could be the final 5 targets. We'll just have to see how this plays out. So there's a miss there for Thomas Hoofs. That could be crucial. This is Gomez Albende's 47th shot. Just needs to keep hitting these to try and get to the point where Hoofs won't be able to catch up. Crucial hit for the Spaniard. He's on 37. Hoofs needs to... No, that's a miss from him. So he's now 3 behind with 3 targets to go. So Pedro Gomez Albende will pretty much start celebrating the gold. There we go, that's it. That seals it. The referee trying to quieten the crowd down, but the Spanish support just can't help themselves. Thomas Hoofs for Germany gets a hit. But even over these last 2, if Gomez Albende misses these 2, the gold's his anyway. It's all over now. They're just shooting to complete the final and the statistics. Well, I think the 2 athletes both got a hit there because there was no flag raised. So this should be the final shot. So there we go, it's all over. That's the first Paratrap PT1 final, done and dusted on day 4 here of the 2022 Munich WSPS World Cup. And the gold medalist representing Spain, Pedro Gomez Albende. And the silver medalist is Germany's Thomas Hoofs. And the bronze medalist going to Finland's Juha Muulamäki. So the conditions were a bit tricky actually for all of our athletes today. There is a bit of a wind and a bit of a breeze here in Munich. I mean, it's lovely and warm. It's a perfect summer's afternoon. But it's been nice to get outside and enjoy some of this sunshine. There's the gold medalist, there he is. Big smiles. So the medalists will now just line up, get their photos taken. There's the silver medalist, that's Thomas Hoofs of Germany. So here they are then lining up then, the medalists, as it finished in this Paratrap P21 final. The bronze medalist representing Finland goes to Juha Myllmäki. There he is, cocked shotgun in the air. The silver medalist representing the home nation of Germany here in Munich, Thomas Hoofs. Just couldn't quite keep the pressure on the Spaniard towards the end there. And Pedro Gomez Albende actually managed to win the goal with a few shots to spare. There it is, the gold medalist. What a moment for him. So that completes our coverage of the Paratrap PT1 final. We'll be back shortly with another Paratrap final for you, live on YouTube and live on Facebook. So from myself, Rory McAllister, and the team behind the scenes for the moment, we'll just say cheerio and see you in a few moments' time.
Auf Start drücken.
Thomas, wir machen noch ein Bild.
Va a decir, dice, me lo voy a tener que echar de novio al final. Yo tengo que llevarme una de estas para la foto. Yeah, no, I'll take the photo after for the sponsor.
Schütze 1. Bereit.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Germany. What a glorious shot there of the shotgun range, of which home is the home of this next final, the PT2 mixed trap standing. This is day 4 of the Munich 2022 WSPS World Cup at the Olympic shooting range in Garching-Hochbruck, the home of the 1972 Olympic Games, which started way back on the 26th of August, ran through to the 11th of September. Look at that sky, absolutely glorious. Isn't it just? 25 degrees here at Munich, and there's a wind of about 2 meters per second, though to be honest at times it certainly feels a little bit heavier than that, if anything. I would certainly say it's affecting some of the targets in the PT1 final that we had a second ago. The athletes are making the lineup. My name is Rory McAllister. I'll be your commentator. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, then welcome to you. Thanks very much for coming along. This final's just slightly delayed. It was due to start around 5 o'clock local time, so we're just a couple of minutes past that. But nonetheless, here's our announcer. That's Jamie Stangroom of Great Britain, the man on the mic, talking to the crowd here gathered at Munich in this very, very historic shotgun shooting range. So many finals here, so much history, so much drama. And I think we're in for more drama as well. So the athletes just being introduced in reverse order. So first of all, coming into shot there is Christian Kertész of Hungary. I think Christian doesn't realise he needs to come all the way to the end. There's our next athlete, that's Miroslav Ladinsky of the Czech Republic. So position number 4, it's another Finnish finalist in this final. That's Vesa Järvinen. It's a great name, isn't it, Vesa? So another athlete from Spain in this final. That's Ignacio Oleth-Sant. And here comes Alessandro Spanielli of Italy. And it's another Italian finalist, Saverio Cuccici of Italy. And there we have it, there's the 6 finalists in this PT2 mixed trap final here on day 4 of the 2022 Munich World Cup. There's our jury member in charge, that's Iko Harms of Germany. And our referee for this match will be Markus Garns of Germany. So the 2 Germans shake hands and usher the athletes forward. Now the only time we can have a shoot-off in this final is for the gold medal. That will be after 50 targets. Otherwise, if there is a tie at any stage from the elimination stages, which starts at 25 targets, it'll go down to bib numbers as to who leaves. So that's how it happened in qualification. Cuccici of Italy being the informed shooter. Will he be the informed shooter for this final? Will he take gold? Spanielli also there for Italy, as is Oleth-Sant for Spain, and then Vesa Järvinen for Finland, Miroslav Ladinsky for the Czech Republic, and Christian Kertész for Hungary. So a couple of hits for the Italians. They're up and running. Oleth-Sant with a hit as well. Here's Järvinen of Finland. Bell ringing, flag up, that's a miss. Another miss for Miroslav Ladinsky. And here's Kertész of Hungary. So each athlete is able to make the call when they're ready, and then also they say or shout call into the microphone in order for the target to be fired. They don't know exactly where it's going to come from, so split-second timing. They've got to make their decision, move the shotgun, pull the trigger, and hope to hit the target and explode it right in the middle if you can. But if it does clip the target, that will count as a hit. The referee's in the middle of your screens, keeping a watchful eye. And each athlete gets a clock timer of 15 seconds, which is over to their right. But these athletes are so experienced, it's all in a day's work, really. I think Robert Vieira is asking, do we have a skeet tournament? No, it's just trap at this WSPS Munich World Cup. There won't be any skeet events, although it is one of my favourite events, skeet. It's just trap for today. We've had the PT1, this is the PT2, and a PT3 still to come. So early stages of this final. Cuciti of Italy on 3 out of 3, as is Oloreth Santh of Spain. So Karateth of Hungary had a chance there to go joint lead, but missed that shot. Meanwhile, Cuciti is on 4 out of 4. He hasn't missed yet. There's Spanielli. Another hit for him. So it's 3 out of 4. He's missed 1. Oloreth Santh of Spain makes it 4 out of 4. Here's Jarvin of Finland. Got a great caliber of shotgun shooters in Finland, but he does miss that one. Just Cora on the YouTube comments asking if the targets are non-flash. That is indeed yes, correct. Won't be seeing too much dust, which is normally the case for a final. You would get dust to make it easier for the spectators and for those of you watching at home to see the dust fly to see whether or not there's a hit or a miss. So 5 shots down. We've got 2 athletes to go. It's 5 out of 5 for Cuciti of Italy, and also 5 out of 5 for Oloreth Santh, the Spanish shooter. Meanwhile, Jarvinin is on 2. Spanielli on 3, as is Ladinsky, and Kertes of Hungary will find himself in second place. So we've got a tie at the top. Cuciti, the Italian, alongside Oloreth Santh of Spain. So the 2 neighbouring countries are now neighbours, as it were, in this competition. They're both tied for the lead. So that's after 5 targets. We'll move to another 5. Our first elimination will start after 25 targets. And anyone new to shotgun, this is very different from pistol and rifle, in the sense that this is all just about hits and misses. I remember the days of firing the shotgun traps when I was about 10 years old. I used to go 12-bore shotgun shooting with my dad with the clays. I used to absolutely love it. That was in the days before Bluetooth and Bluetooth apps able to release targets into the air. They were good days back in England, in the Berkshire countryside. So So Cachucci of Italy doing very well so far. It's 6 out of 6, perfect score. Likewise with Alorith Santh of Spain. So back to Cachucci. Can he make it 7? Indeed he can. It's Spanielli of Italy. And Alorith Santh makes it 7 out of 7. Keeps the pressure on the Italian. Jarvinen of Finland now. That's a decent hit for him. Can Keritesh keep the pressure on the two leaders? Cachucci and Alorith Santh are tied for the top. But no, he misses that one, so stays on 5. Here's the Italian's 8th shot. Gets that one, so that's 8 out of 8. Here's Spanielli, the other Italian. So it's 5, he's missed 3. And Alorith Santh on 8 out of 8 as well. What can Jarvinen of Finland do? He's got to try and stay in this. That will certainly help. He's up to 5. Ladinsky with a miss. That could be costly. Keritesh hits his, that's 6. So it's the 9th shot for Cachucci. He's made it 9 out of 9, a perfect score so far. Spanielli hits his as well. Alorith Santh. Yeah, that's 9. Perfect score for the Spaniard. Jarvinen's having a real bit of mixed form out there. Has another miss. Ladinsky now on 6. And Keritesh of Hungary, what can he do here? It's a miss. Stays on 6. So 10th shot. Can Cachucci keep it a perfect 10? Yes, he can. Spanielli's up to 7, so he's only missed 3. Let's see what the Spanish athlete can do. Can he keep the pressure on the Italian? Yes, he can. 2 of our athletes with a perfect 10. That's Cachucci and Alorith Santh. So there'll be joint lead. Could have a tie for 2nd as well if Jarvinen. Sorry, Ladinsky's got here, so he's tied also for 2nd with Spanielli of the Czech Republic. And then Keritesh has missed his. So 2 athletes on 10, tied for the top, and 2 athletes tied for 2nd as well. So Cachucci, there we are, on 10 hits, along with Alorith Santh on 10th. And Alessandro Spanielli on 7. Miroslav Ladinsky both tied for 3rd position. Sorry, I think I just said 2nd a second ago. That's what I meant was 3rd. Cachucci makes it 11 out of 11. It's perfect so far. Alorith Santh now has his first miss. So Kachuchi has made it 12 out of 12. Spanielli's on 9. That's 3 misses. So Elora Santh will want to stay in this. He's on 11. There's just some planes going over. We are just south, is it, of Munich Airport, I think, where we are here. So Kachuchi's made it 13 out of 13. Spanielli missed his. Here's Spain's Elora Santh back. Gets his, he's on 12, so he's only 1 miss. So here's Karatesh of Hungary on his 13th shot. And then it will roll back round to Kachuchi to take his 14th. He stays on the perfect 14. That's another miss for Spanielli. Elora Santh missed another one. So Kachuchi is now 2 clear. Karatesh with a miss. Bell rings, red flag goes up. So that's the first miss as well for Kachuchi. That's 14 out of 15. He'll finish this though in the lead, whatever happens. Spanielli on 10. And Elora Santh now will be in 2nd position on 13. So is Kachuchi is going to lead. Elora Santh's going to be in 2nd. Jarvinen can put himself 3rd here, and he does. So he's on 11. And then it will be Ladinsky in 5th and Kertish in 6th. And that's after 15 targets. So Kachuchi does lead. So there we go. Kachuchi at the top, 14 out of 15. That's not a bad haul so far, is it? Then Elora Santh of Spain on 13. He's only missed 2. Jarvinen of Finland now clearly in 3rd place. Spanielli of Italy in 4th. Ladinsky in 10th. And Karatesh of Hungary in 8th. In 6th even on 8 hits. So now there'll be another 5 targets, take us to 20, and our first elimination will be after 25 targets. So a miss from Kachuchi. Spanielli, meanwhile, hits his. So all you've got to do is just keep on getting the hits. Another red flag for Karatesh. This is slipping away for the Hungarian shooter. 15 out of 17 for Caciuti, so he's missed 2. Spanielli, meanwhile, is another miss. Again, slipping away for Ladinsky as well. Another miss there. Karatesh really needs to hit this to try and start to stay in this final. He does. He's only 1 behind now. Still in 6th spot. Caciuti, meanwhile, on 16 out of 18. Still only missed 2. And Spanielli on 12 with another hit there. Jarvin with a hit. Needs those to stay in this. Ladinsky is going with another solid hit. Not one athlete is missed in this particular round. There you go. All 6 with a hit. There's Caciuti with another hit. That's 17. Let's see what Spanielli can do. That's a hit for him too. So this is their 19th shot. If you're just joining us at the moment, there'll be a 20th shot, and then we'll move to our first eliminations after 25 targets. You'll see a little purple line there on your screens indicating when we get to the first elimination stage. Now he's got to hit this to try and stay in the hunt, I think. Otherwise, this final could start to slip away. That's another miss. Not looking good for the Hungarian. Caciuti on 18 out of 20. So the only one that can level is Alorith Santh if he gets this. Otherwise, he'll be in 2nd. Let's see if he can go joint leader. Yes, he can. So 2 are tied at the top. That's Caciuti and Alorith Santh, both on 18. Spanielli is on 14 hits. Jarvinen on 13. Ladinsky is moved up to 13. And let's see what Karatesh manages to do here. And he's hit that on 11. So we've got a joint leader, Caciuti and Alorith Santh. After 20 targets, that's how it's looking. 18 apiece then for the Italian and the Spaniard at the top. Then Alessandro Spanielli of Italy on 14 in 3rd place. Vesa Jarvinen of Finland on 13, along with Miroslav Ladinsky. And then in 6th position, Christian Karatesh of Hungary. So there's another 5 targets now, and then we'll move to our first eliminations. Cracking shot from Caciuti there, 19 out of 21. Spanielli missed his. He's on 14. He needs to get some hits under his belt, though. This could start to slip away. Here's Vesa Jarvinen with a hit. And Ladinsky with a hit. That's 14. crucial hit for the Hungarian. Now what can Kachuti do here? 20 out of 22. Here's all Arasan needs this. And he's got it. So the 22nd shot for the Hungarian. He needed that to stay in the final. He's got to hope now, though, that at least Spanielli, Jarvinen and Ladinsky all make mistakes. And that hit from Spanielli's not going to help the Hungarians' cause. So the Hungarian will be leaving the final because even if he levels it up to 16 apiece, it will go on bib numbers. And considering he's bib number 6, it means that Christian Karatesh will be leaving this final no matter what happens. Kachuti keeps the pressure on, 22 out of 24, only 2 misses from the Italian. So Karatesh continues to shoot for pride. That's the way to do it. Just keep on making the hits. So this will be the 25th shot of Kachuti. And he gets it. That's 23 out of 25. So unless Aloris Santh now can hit this, which he does, so the pair are still joint leaders on 23 hits each. Spanielli on 18. Jarvinen of Finland has missed, so he could go joint third with Ladinsky if Ladinsky gets this, but he didn't. And we already know that Christian Karatesh of Hungary has already gone. Makes his final shot. It's a miss, so he'll finish on a total of 15. So there he is in 6th position, representing Hungary, leaving this PT2 mixed trap final on day 4 of the Munich 2022 WSPS World Cup. Representing Hungary, it's Christian Karatesh who leaves. So we've got a tie at the top. It's really hard to separate these two. Kachuti of Italy alongside Aloris Santh of Spain. So after 25 targets, we've decided 6th place. The next 5 targets will decide 5th. So can Kachuti keep up this amazing display of shotgun shooting in this trap final? Decent start of this next set of 5. Scores with a hit there. Lorith needs to get this to stay level. There we have it. The Italian and the Spaniard still both on the same score, 24 hits. So far, each athlete managed to score a hit in their opening of that next set of 5. So back to Cacciuti. Scores with a hit. 25 out of 27 for him. Spanielli on 20. And Olarith stays in the hunt with him, both on 25. Will these two be separated? Is this going the whole way to the gold? Okay, so 28 shots now, albeit as in this is his 28th. And if Spanielli gets this, then Ladinsky is gone. And he did. So Ladinsky will be leaving the final in 5th. Drop in with a fairly decent hit, take him to 20. So Cacciuti with another hit. Spanielli's got his as well. Olorith missed his, so does that mean that Cacciuti missed as well, even though it says green? They're both on the same score. And Ladinsky misses his. So Cacciuti up to 27. I read that as 3 misses so far. She's had his 30th shot. Spanielli gets his. He's up to 23. That's 7 misses. And Olorith, that's a miss. Crucial as well, because it now means Cacciuti is the clear leader. Olorith in 2nd place on 26. Järvinen will finish on 21. And that means that Ladinsky is left final with his final shot, which actually was a miss. So he leaves on 19 hits. So representing the Czech Republic, Miroslav Ladinsky leaves this PT2 mixed trap standing final. So now we're down to 4. This will all start to come thick and fast now. So Cacciuti of Italy on 27. Olorith on 26. Spanielli of Italy on 23. And Järvinen on 21. Decent hit from Cacciuti. Spanielli with a hit as well. Olorith gets a hit. He's still within 1 of the leader. Järvinen of Finland. Good shot. That's a good hit. So the Italian continues to cruise. That's another hit for him. So Jovinen really needs to keep hitting here and hope that Spanielli somewhere makes some sort of mistake in order to gain some ground. He's in danger of elimination from this final over the next couple of shots if he can't keep up the hits, and he hits that one, so that keeps his final alive. Cacciuti's shooting so well here. That's 30 targets out of 33. Oh, yellow card. See, timing and everything, and being alert, and forever concentrating on what you're doing is what it's all about in shooting, especially here on the shotgun range. So, yellow card for Spanielli. Laurisant keeping on the pressure. He's only one behind the Italian. It's Jovinen of Finland, who now can only level, I think, with Spanielli. He's got to hope that Spanielli misses at some point. Well, that's bad news for the shooter from Finland. Now, Laurisant can level it here because Cacciuti's missed. So there we go. They're back level again, 30 apiece. Jovinen on 25, who will be leaving this final in 4th position. So Cacciuti now with his 35th shot. Takes that to 31. Spanielli. Here he is. With a hit, 28. So Laurisant needs to get this in order to stay tied. And he does. So 31 apiece for the Italian and the Spaniard. Spanielli for Italy on 28. And Jovinen will leave this final on 26. So the Finnish shooter leaves in 4th position, a cruel place to finish after a grueling day underneath the Munich sun. He leaves without a medal, but waves to the crowd, appreciates their support. Representing Finland, Vesa Jovinen of Finland, fist pump with the coach. So now we're down to 3. So Cacciuti of Italy tied with Laurisant of Spain, and then it's the other Italian shooter, Spanielli, who's there in 3rd position on 28. I wouldn't like to call this, I don't know about you. Next 5 targets will decide the first medal of this final, this PT2 mixed trap standing. And the Italian needs to keep the pressure up. Don't know whether or not it's better when you're shooting 1st or 2nd. You either keep out there as a leader or know what you've got to chase. Spanielli hits his as well, so the 2 Italians have both got a hit. Here comes Laurisant for Spain to stay tied, and he does, 32 apiece. So Cacciuti again, the really decent, solid hit. He's been brilliant today. Spanielli gets his as well. And Laurisant with another hit. Keeps in the chase. They're both still tied, him and the Italian on 33. Here's Kachuti again. Oh, a miss. That's crucial. Spanielli can now start to close the gap on his fellow countryman if he can get a hit, which he does. So what can the Spaniard do here? He could go into the lead. But he's missed it. Oh, remains on 33. Kachuti now coming for his 39th shot. Kachuti gets his Spanielli. Spanielli gets his too. And here comes Loris Santh with his 39th shot. And he also hits his. So that's 34. Right, here comes Kachuti again. This is his 35th, sorry, his 40th shot even. So at the moment, we know where the bronze medal's going. It is going to Italy. So there's a hit there for 35. That keeps him in the hunt for gold. Here is the bronze medalist, Alessandro Spanielli. And Loris Santh will take his shot and hope to keep on the tails of the leading Italian. And he's missed it. So that means the bronze medalist, it goes to Italy. It'll be Alessandro Spanielli. That's a decent effort from him. And Kachuti is one in front as he stares down the barrel literally at not only 10 more targets, but also potentially a gold medal. And Loris Santh is only one hit behind. Look at that, we're in for a close finish to this final. It's Italy versus Spain. We've got 10 to go. And the gold medal is the only time this can actually go to a shoot-off. So Kachuti starts with a hit. That's a painful miss from Loris Santh. It could be the signs of the gap widening. There's still some shots to go though, so it's not over yet. Oh, a miss from Kachuti. Loris Santh now can close the gap again and does. There's now only one between these two. This is anybody's shotgun final. Crucial hit for Kachuti. 37, he's performed so well through this final. Dealt with the pressure, soaked it all up. Spaniard Loris Santh right on his heels though. There's still only one between these two. Kachuti just getting himself ready. It's another hit, crucial. That's 38. And Loris Santh from Spain follows it up with a hit equally. So one between these two. This is shot 45. And that's 39 for the Italian. Let's see what the Spaniard can do here. And it's another hit. So there's only one between them. So Cachucci on 39 and Alois Santh on 38. What a final we've got here in place. If you are just joining us, it's been a fantastic final so far. The mixed PT2 final, trap standing. This is how it stands after 45 targets. Cachucci of Italy with that slender lead. It's only by one hit. Leads 39 to 38 from the Spaniard. So a hit from Cachucci and a miss from the Spaniard. That now puts a gap of 2 between them. Another hit from Cachucci. Takes him up to 41. Alois Santh needs to hit this. And does. He's still within 2. This is shot 47. And that's a crucial miss. Look at that. Cachucci, the Italian, he almost can't believe it. He's done so well so far. And Alois Santh has hit his, so it goes back within 1 between these two. The Italian on 41, Alois Santh, the Spaniard, on 40. What an exciting end to this PT2 mixed trap standing final here on day 4 of the Munich 2022 WSPS World Cup. Says shot 49. That's shot 49 for the Italian. Gets it. Alois Santh has to hit this and does. Look at this. This is going to go right down to the wire. So if the Italian can hit this, that's it. Game over. The gold medal is his. He'll have 15 seconds. He'll say he's ready and make his call. The clock's ticking. And he misses, crucially. So if Alois Santh can hit this, then it's going to go to a shoot-off this final. Oh, and he does! That's 42 apiece. So in order to decide the gold, it's going to have to go to a shoot-off.
Ladies and gentlemen, both of our finalists are tied on 42 hits apiece. It goes to a shoot-off.
So the two athletes shake hands in the middle. And now it literally is a case of hit or miss. So just some adjustments being made before we get underway with this shoot-off. There we have it, 42 apiece. It's just been brilliant. They've been almost toe-to-toe and nip and tuck between these two. One's always been in front of the other, and then Alois Santh took the lead just ever so briefly before it was regained again by Cachucci, the Italian. This is what you want, though, to decide a gold medal, particularly as the spectator. I'm sure the athletes obviously would prefer to have it another way. Referee and the jury just getting involved now to make sure this is all reset properly. And you almost could have called this right from the very beginning, in all honesty. It's been that close. And these two just look so strong from the beginning. Got gorgeous conditions here in Munich. Blue sky above us, about 25 degrees. The wind has really settled down as well. I think that's what's made this final a little bit more competitive than the PT1. There was a breeze that was really sort of kicking up every now and then, affecting the clays. So here we go then, we're ready. Cacciuti, the Italian, goes first. And it's a hit. Laura Santh of Spain needs to hit this. If he misses, it's a silver medal.
Station 1, bereit.
Pressure's on the Spaniard. Could it be a glory moment? Could it be a silver medal? And it's a hit, so he stays in it. That means Cacciuti now has to shoot again first. Not sure whether or not going first or second is actually an advantage in a shoot-off like this. I think I'd prefer to go second, knowing what I've got to chase. And that's a brilliant hit right in the middle of the target there. Just shatters into pieces. So there's the Spaniard now. He's got to hit this. And does. What a shot. Back to the Italian, pressure's on. That's another hit in this shoot-off. Neither athlete has missed yet. This is to decide the gold medal for the PT2 mixed trap standing final here on day 4 of the 2022 WSPS Munich World Cup. And that's another hit from the Spaniard there. Right level, these two. Who is going to miss? Back to the Italian. It's another hit. Refuses to give up. That gold medal is mine, he says. And to stay in the hunt for the gold. Spaniard smashes that target to pieces. It's gone deathly quiet here on the shotgun range. Normally there's an awful lot of noise, but certainly towards the tail end like this, when you get a shoot-off such as this, it's another hit for the Italian. So Laura Santh has to hit this, otherwise it's a silver medal. Oh, he does. What a shot. So once again, we're back again. Whoever misses first gets a silver, unless, of course, both athletes both miss, in which case they'll go again. So Cacciuti of Italy has hit his target. Right dead centre as well. Oh, Spaniard really, really doing well there. That's another fine shot. And Cacciuti, the Italian, gets his. We could be here all evening with this. They're just too good, these two. If you're just joining us on YouTube or Facebook, then you've just literally joined at the right time. And there's the miss. That means that the gold medal, there we go. He's got his shotgun in the air already. Saverio Cacciuti, he shot so well in the early stages of this final. Olef Santh took the lead just for a brief moment, and then it went back to the Italian as well. So after that shoot-off, that was really, really tense, wasn't it? That just kept going and going and going. And eventually it was the Spaniard who broke, and it means the gold goes to Italy. Saverio Cacciuti is the gold medalist. What a final that was, the PT2 mixed trap standing. We've got a PT3 coming up for you in just a second, so do not fear. We'll have live coverage of that as well for you. There's the silver medalist, Ignacio Javier Olaf Sanz of Spain. Had a chat with him before the final. Real jolly fellow. Real nice guy to be around. Very, very nice chap. And the bronze medalist representing Italy was Alejandro Spanielli. So we'll just get the medalists lined up. So the bronze medalist in that one, Alessandro Spanielli of Italy. The silver medalist representing Spain was Ignacio Javier Olera Sanz. And the gold medalist, it's another medal for Italy in this final, was Saverio Cacciuti. So that concludes the PT2 mixed trap. We'll be back shortly for the PT3. My name is Rory McAllister. So from me and the entire team that brought you this transmission, we're just going to say cheerio for now, just as we have one final look at our medalists. It's shotguns in the air. What a performance from the Italian. It was just absolutely superb. It was world class, particularly going into that shoot-off as well, to keep up the pressure like that, waiting for the Spaniard to try and break. That's exactly what happened. And Saverio Cacciuti just came through to take the gold medal. The silver medalist there, Ignacio Javier Olaf Sanz of Spain, gives the crowd a wave. And here is the gold medalist, and rightly so. There he is. What a performance from Saverio Cacciuti. 2 medals for Italy, 1 for Spain. Gold, silver, bronze. That's how it finished. And that is the end of the PT2 mixed trap final here on day 4 of the Munich 2022 World Cup. We'll be back shortly for the PT3 final. We'll see you then.
El cabezón está siempre en el medio. Va a mí. Ok. Gracias. Ok.
Good afternoon once again. Welcome to Munich here in Germany. You're actually looking at the very famous podium that was used here in the 1972 Olympic Games. We are at the Garching-Hochbruck shooting range. This is day 4. This is the tail end of day 4 as well. This is our last final of day 4 of the 2022 WSPS World Cup. Look at that, the wispy clouds in the skies. They were blue a second ago. Temperatures hovering around 25 degrees Celsius. It's been a gorgeous day here in Munich. Absolutely beautiful summer weather we're having. There is a wind blowing of about 2 meters per second. And sometimes as well, actually, it does just whip up and feel just a little bit stronger than that. My name is Rory McAllister. I'll be your commentator for this PT3 trap final. It's our third para trap final of the day. The last one, the PT2, so exciting. I won't give away the actual result just in case you want to watch it back. But I will say to you that it's definitely worth a watch back. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, thank you very much for joining us here in Munich. Here's how it all finished in qualification with Martin Tomek of the Czech Republic on 115. Calogero Sansone of Italy on 114. And Adrian Becker-Castillo on 113. Steve Notham of Luxembourg in the mix as well, along with Mike Drever and Jan Buckram. So there's our finalists lining up. Jamie Stangroom of Great Britain is our announcer. Okay, so just being announced in reverse order. So here's Jan Bamruk of the Czech Republic. And here's the British athlete. Here's Mike Drever representing Great Britain. And here's the athlete from Luxembourg, Steve Notham. Pretty sure he's the tallest shooter that we've got in this final so far, apart maybe from Tomek Martin. And Adrian Becker-Castillo from Spain. Very smiley character. Nice to see him full of smiles in this final. And here's Calogero Sansone of Italy. And the final athlete at position number 1 from the Czech Republic. Here's Martin Tomek. So our jury member in charge of this final is Michał Galbreski. There he is, of Poland. And our referee is going to be Rainer Prompus from Germany. He was the ref for our PT1 final earlier on today, so no stranger to these finals as well. Really knows his stuff, a very experienced man, which is exactly the kind of level you're going to need at a World Cup such as this. So here's how they line up then. That's Martin Tomek of the Czech Republic on position 1. And position 2, Calogero Sansone of Italy, Adrian Becker-Castillo of Spain, Stephen Notham of Luxembourg, Mike Drever of Great Britain, and Jan Buckram of the Czech Republic. So the temperature has just dropped a little bit over the afternoon. It was very warm earlier. We've had gorgeous summer weather all the way throughout our stay here in Munich. What a beautiful city it is. We won't really get into the centre of it. If you've never been to Munich in the south part of Germany, I'd highly recommend it. It's a gorgeous place. So here goes Martin Tomek. Amazing how he shoots with just one arm. Incredible. Here's Calogero Sansone of Italy, and that's a miss. So here's Castillo of Spain. That's a miss for him. Steve Notham opens up with a hit for Luxembourg. Here's Mike Drever of Great Britain. And finally Jan Pumrak of the Czech Republic with a hit. Back to Martin Tomek. Left-handed as well. It's a big, big stature of a man though. It's probably his stature as well that helps him hold on to the shotgun. Once again, back to the Briton. This is Mike Drever. There's Bomrak of the Czech Republic. And we'll go back to Martin Tomek again, see if he can make it 3 out of 3. Yeah, indeed he can. Sansoni also with a hit as well. Steve Notham with a miss. That's his first one of this final. Mike Drever's already missed one already. Ah, misses that one too. Again, it's hard that when he just fly out of the middle there and it just started to drift off to the right and then a tilt to the left as well as the target moves. It just makes it easier, harder to hit. Tomek destroys that one. That's 4 out of 4 for him. Sansoni, the Italian, with another hit. Here's Becca Castillo. So there perhaps must be a trace of German in the family with a name like Becca. Here's Steve Notham. So Mike Drever could really do with hitting this one. Ah, it's another miss for the Briton. Bomrak with a hit. Now can Tomek make it 5 out of 5? My bet is he can. Boom, he does. Sansoni of Italy with a hit. And here's Becca Castillo again. Okay, just 3 athletes to go then to complete this first set of 5 shots. So whatever happens, Tomek will be leading on a perfect 5 out of 5. Sansoni and Becca Castillo and Notham are all tied on 4. Mike Drever, what can he do here? He really needs a hit here to try and keep his hopes low. He's missed again. That's 4 misses, only 1 target hit. Finally, Balkamp of Czechoslovakia on 4. So we've got 3 athletes, is it? All tied on 4. Martin Tomek absolutely blitzing this so far. Here's how it stands. It's 5 hits out of 5. And we've got 4 athletes all tied on 4 hits. And Mike Drever of Great Britain there in 6th position. Just a reminder as well that our first elimination will come after 25 hits. It therefore means that the only way this final can go to a shoot-off is if it goes down to the gold medal stages. And that's after 50 shots. And eliminations will take place. If any athletes are tied, then it all goes down to bib number. So lowest bib number will then leave the final. Tomek 6 out of 6. Sansoni misses that one. Becca Castillo absolutely smashes that target. Oh, it's dead centre, exactly where you want it. Does count as a hit though if you do clip the target, as long as the referee has seen that at least part of the target has been hit. That will class as a hit. You don't need to smash it into 1,000 pieces, though it does help. Mike Drever misses that again. He's having an absolute shocker. That's a miss from Balmrak. Here's Tomek again. Second athlete from the Czech Republic with his first miss in this final. Here's Nothing again of Luxembourg. Gets a hit. It's vital that he stays in the hunt for this. Mike Drever of Great Britain really needs to start getting some hits on the scoreboard. He's missed again. So Balmrock just shooting there for the Czech Republic. Tomek with another miss. That's disappointing for him. Here's Sansoni of Italy. There's a miss. The bend of the knees as well says it all. The natural, ooh, close. Becca Castillo with a hit. Back to Notham of Luxembourg. That's a miss. Mike Drever of Great Britain, can he hit one? No, another miss. And to be fair, that target absolutely flew out towards the left there. Really, really hard to hit. And at that speed, going that low. Great shot from Tomek. So that was his 9th shot. Here's Sansoni's 9th shot. And it's a hit. Becca Castillo with a hit, takes him up to 8. It's now leading the competition. Northam can go joint second, and does. Mike Drever gets another hit. There we go, at last. That's 2 out of 9. Well done to Mike. Just keeping up his spirits. Keep hunting those targets down.
Neue Scheibe. Station 4.
So here's Baumruck. Baumruck smashes that target. So here's Tomek for his 10th shot. And that's a miss, so he'll finish this round on 7. Sansoni of Italy. Bang, I think that's 6. That's a hit. Becca Castillo is his 10th shot. He's leading the competition and will stretch that lead even further should he get this. And does. Smashes into smithereens. Here's Northam of Luxembourg. Great left-handed shooter. Here's Mike Drever again. Really, really needs this to start staying in this final, really. It can all just drift away otherwise. Gets it. Good shot, Mike. And here's Baumruck. And it's a miss. So it means that Becca Castillo will lead the competition from Northam in second. That's after 10 targets. There we go. That's how it stands. After 10 targets, Becca Castillo leads on 9. He's only missed 1. Steve Northam on 8. Martin Tomek on 7. Sansone on 6, likewise with Baumruck of Czech Republic. And then Mike Drever down there with 3 hits out of 10 so far. So we'll go to another 5 targets, take us to 15.
Bereit.
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it, watching Martin Tomek? Just how he holds the shotgun just in one arm. Incredible. I think the only other person I've seen do that, I think, was Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that was Terminator 2, and of course he was a robot, and Martin's a man. This is real life. He's a brilliant shooter. I do love watching Martin Tomek. Becca Castillo with another hit. That's 10. Steve Northam of Luxembourg with a hit. Takes him to 9. Here's Mike Drever. Has got to get this to try and stay in this. Target flies out, goes towards the left. He missed the last one, got that one though. Good shot, Mike. That's a miss for Baumruck. Back to Martin Tomek. Amazing one-armed standing stance, just brilliant. Here's Sansone, the Italian. Missed there. Here's the competition leader, that's Becca Castillo. Missed though. This means Northam can level it if he can hit this target. And he does. Superb, look at that, brilliant. Mike Drever, Great Britain. So many of his targets seem to be flying out to the left. The athletes don't know exactly where the target will move to. They've just got to make that split second decision after they say call into the mic. Each have 15 seconds as well to take their shot after saying that they're ready. So Becca Castillo will go into the lead with this. He's now on 11. None of them can level it. And does. Here's Mike Drever again. That's a hit for the Briton. No, it's a miss. Called as a miss. Here goes Martin Tomek. This is for his 14th shot. Sansoni keeps up pressure with a 9. Another hit, 9 total. Becca Castillo can go into the lead again. So there's 3 athletes tied at the minute. That's 12, that's good. And none of them now can level this. He's got to hit this target first, mind you. There we go. Right in the middle. Superb. Mike Drever of Great Britain. With a hit. That takes him to 6. He's just got to try and keep on the heels of Bamrook. I just hope that the Czech Republic athlete makes a mistake but doesn't. There's another hit. Now back to Martin Tomek. With a hit in Sansoni, here he is. Takes him to 10. Becca Castillo. Another solid hit from him. Unlucky for some, but that's 13. So it's the 15th shot of Notham, and he's missed it. So at the moment, it means that Becca Castillo from Spain will be leading the competition. Notham and Tomek are tied on 12 hits. Sansoni of Italy will finish on 10 of this particular round. Drever on 7 shots. And now Bamrook takes his and scores with a hit. So that takes him to 9. So it's the Spaniard who leads the competition. This is after 15 targets. So we're 10 shots away from our first elimination. That will happen after 25 targets. So Adrian Becca Castillo of Spain on 13 hits. Martin Tomek on 12, as is Steve Notham of Luxembourg. And then Sansoni of Italy on 10, Bamrook on 9, and Mike Drever of Great Britain on 7 hits out of 15. We've got another 5 to go to take us to 20. And our first elimination is after 25 targets.
Bereit.
Thanks to Adi Alexander commenting on YouTube, saying even though I don't really like guns, I've fallen in love with watching the shooting competition, starting with the Paralympics in Tokyo. There's so much drama. Indeed, yes, there is. I myself was there in Tokyo last year, announced the first medal ceremony of the entire games and of the opening shooting 10-meter rifle women's event as well, and also in the shotgun competitions. So Tomek has missed his, Sansoni's missed his as well. Becca Castillo doesn't though, he scored a hit. Really happy with that. That fighting Spaniard spirit takes him to 14. Steve Notham of Luxembourg now, what can he do? It's a solid hit. His Mike Drever needs this. That's a hit for Mike. Takes him to 8. And Baumruck of the Czech Republic. It's back to Tomek now. Oh, that just went into about 10 different pieces, that target. I love it when that happens. Solid shot. Here's Sansoni of Italy, currently on 10. Fall on a Hill says, thanks to the Paralympics for your valuable stream. No problem, we're happy to bring this to you. The thought down but not out comes to mind. Best wishes to everybody in the final and to all contestants. Solid hit for Northern. That's level now with the Spaniard. Starting to hot up this final. Here's Mike Drever again of Great Britain. That's a hit. That's good news for the Briton. Now, if Baumruck misses this, that's even better news for Mike Drever. But no, he doesn't. So Baumruck up to 10. This is shot 18, sorry, should I say 18 for Martin Tomek. Sansone with another good hit. That's 12. Becca Castillo now taking his 18th shot. Solid, up to 15. Mike Drever really needs this hit, because look at Baumruck right next to him on 10. That's an excellent shot. Smash that target. Baumruck gets his though, just slightly to the right of the target, so just caught that. As long as you catch some of it, it does class as a hit. The referees have pretty decent eyesights in this shooting range. It's nice and bright, and the orange targets against the green background really helps it just show up. There you go, as you can see there. Now we missed the target, although he hit that, as in we missed the target as viewers, just because Sansoni was pretty much standing right in front of it. It's obviously come right out in front of him. The athletes don't know exactly where the target's going to spring from. And those ones that fly out to the left, they're so low, so quick, they're so tricky. Great shot from Notham. That's a hit there for Tomek. That was his 20th shot, so he's only missed 4. Here's Sansone with his 20th. Becca Castillo with his 20th shot. Gets that. So, like Sansone, another hit. That means Becca Castillo's only missed 3. Nothing with a decent hit there. It's 17. Mike Drever's currently on 10. Can he hit 11? No, he's missed it. Yeah, Mike Drever really needs to pick up in the next set of 5 shots to keep his hopes alive of staying in this final, because Baumruck has just gone up to 13. So that's after 20 targets then. There'll be another 5 to go. So Becca Castillo and Steve Notham tied at the top, 17 apiece. Then 16 hits for Martin Tomek. Calogero Sansone of Italy on 14. Jan Baumruck of the Czech Republic on 13. And Mike Drever of Great Britain on 10. Next 5 targets will begin our elimination process, and we'll say goodbye to the 6th placed athlete. That's a miss for Tomek. Did you see the red flag go up in the air? That's where the refs then called as a miss. That's a miss as well. So hard at this level. I mean, listen, I've done some shotgun in my time. I think I'd miss every single one of these. So that's a hit for Becca Castillo. Good shooting, 18 out of 21. He's only missed 3 targets. Notham got his as well, so good news for Luxembourg. Here's Mike Drever. That's a miss for the Briton. That's bad news. And now that means that Boomrak, now that he has missed, Drever can still stay in this final, but it's all going to depend on what Baumruck can do. Tomek of the Czech Republic misses again. Here's Sansone. He's missed his. Gutted, leans back, can't believe it. Becca Castillo gets his 19 hits now. He's up to out of 22, has only missed 3. Northam gets his. Mike Drever has to hit this in order to stay in. And he misses. That means he'll leave the final. So Mike Drever will go in 6th place because he can't now catch Baumruck, who's now on 14. Back to Martin Tomek. Scores with his 17. It's another hit for the Italian. Thanks for your comments that continue to come in on YouTube. Fall on the Hill says, we have clay pigeons. Really wish someone would have meant clay foxes. Well, it's kind of cruel to foxes, but in shotgun you do get what's known as rabbit shots, which is where the trap is fired from the side and the targets bounce along the ground, and they're known as sort of rabbit shots. So you could perhaps put them akin to foxes. And elimination rounds make me so sad, says Addy Alexander. Well, someone's got to win, someone's got to go. So Becca Castillo on 20, Northam on 20. Mike Drever gets a hit, but he's already out of this final. And now Baumruck of Czech Republic on 15. So this is Tomek's 24th shot. And gets it. It's 18 out of 24. It's missed 6. Sansone of Italy. And that's a miss. Crucial at this stage. Becca Castillo can notch himself again into the lead. He's tied at the minute. And that's a hit. That's 21. Notham's got to keep the pressure on here. Oh, gets it. Superb shooting. Target flew way out to the left there. Really low, really quick. Mike Drever scores with a hit. Now Baumruck also gets his. That takes him to 16 hits out of 24. So here's the 25th shot for each athlete, and then we'll have our first elimination, which is Mike Drever of Great Britain. Tomek with a hit. Sansone, what can he do? Can he get to 16? Yes, he can. Becca Castillo, can he put some daylight between him and Northern? They're tied on 21 at the moment. Been so close between these two, a real battle. Oh, there's a decent hit. It's exactly what you need going into the elimination stages. You want to be in front. You want to be well clear of 6th place. And that's another hit from Northam, so he keeps the pressure on. The Spaniard and the athlete from Luxembourg are still tied on 22 hits each. Drever now just shooting for a bit of pride. Gets that nonetheless. Takes him to unlucky for some if you're superstitious with a 13 score. And now Baumruck of the Czech Republic gets a hit with his. So after 25, our first elimination will now take place. Leaving the final in 6th place, representing Great Britain, is Mike Drever. And much to the applause of the crowd who are gathered here in Munich. And Mike gives the crowd a rave, gives the rest of the athletes a thumbs up. What a gentleman. So Becca Castillo and Steve Notham are tied at the top, 22 hits apiece. Martin Tomek of the Czech Republic is still in there with Baumruck, his fellow countryman, on 19 and 17 respectively, and then Sansoni of Italy completes the top 5 at the moment on 16. We now move to another 5 targets, and after 30 targets we will be awarding 5th place in this final. So will we be able to separate Becca Castillo and Notham? Spain and Luxembourg just locked at the top. It's been a very, very nervy final. Real high standard too. Both the Spaniard and the shooter from Luxembourg refusing to give up the lead. So it's Martin Tomek now with his 26th shot. And it's a miss. Sansone is now on 17. That's a hit. Here's the joint leader. He'll be trying to wrestle free and try to get himself in front. Keep leading this competition. Does so with a hit. That's 23 total. Here's Notham. Keep the pressure on and to keep as far ahead as you can away from those elimination places. That's another hit for Notham. 23 apiece between him and the Spaniard. Baumruck on 17. And he's made that 18. That's a hit. Here's Tomek, who started so well. Another hit though for him. Good shooting, that's 20. Sansoni on 17. Can he improve that by 1 more? Yes, he can. So I do love the battle that's going on between these two here. Who will falter? Who will waver? Becca Castillo, there's a miss. So this is the chance now for Steve Notham of Luxembourg to go in front for the first time in this final. All he's got to do is hit this target, and he misses it. Well, look at that. Who'd have thought? Both still on 23. The pressure, perhaps, of having to hit the target as Baumruck shoots and destroys the target in front of him. Tomek scores another hit. Sansone of Italy, 19 hits now. Becca Castillo missed the last one. He's got this one. He's on 24. Pressure now back, swinging to Steve Notham of Luxembourg. He's got to hit this to stay joint leader, and does. So they both missed the last one. They both get this one. Now Baumruck takes his aim, calls, target comes out. Within seconds he's shot and hit. Okay, takes him up to 20. So now this is Martin Tomek's 29th shot. It's a miss. Big miss as well for Martin Tomek. Sansone can creep up if he can get this target. He does. Now he's within 1 of Martin Tomek. Back to the 2 pressure boys. It's Becca Castillo versus Notham at the minute. Both of these two just locked. And that's a hit. That's 25. What can Notham do here now? This is pressure stuff. Left-handed, and it's a miss. That means now that Becca Castillo goes back to the clear leader as it stands. And there's Bumruck, who gets a hit there, and that notches him up to 21. So Martin Tomek on 21. It means that Sansoni has to hit every single one of these, really to stand a chance of staying in this final, and hope that some misses go his way. Let's just see how it unfolds. There's real drama in this PT3 Paratrap final. Sansoni needs a hit here. Gets one. Becca Castillo is in the lead and increases that lead, particularly now if Northern misses this. No, but sheer class from the guy from Luxembourg. Gets a hit, so he stays within one of the leader. And now Bamrook with a hit, yes. So it means then after 30 targets in this final, we now say goodbye to our next athlete, who leaves in 5th place. Callegaro Sansone of Italy leaves this final in 5th spot. So this final really is shaping up to be a good one, as they would say back home in England. Thank you very much as well if you are watching on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Rory McAllister. We're into the real halfway stages of this final. Well, over halfway actually now. And here's how it stands after 30 targets. Adrian Becca Castillo on 26, just one behind Steve Notham of Luxembourg. Look at that. Martin Tomek on 22, as is Jan Bolkrum of the Czech Republic. The two Czech shooters still in this. The next 5 targets will decide 4th place. Oh, a miss there. That could be crucial for Becca Castillo, because here comes Notham to try and level it again. I think it'd be the 3rd time in this final that these two have been level. But he misses Notham. Oh. Bamrook with a hit, 23 total. Now Martin Tomek again. Still isn't out of this by any stretch. You know, he missed a few in the middle stages. He's missed that one again now, so that certainly doesn't do his chances any favours, but he's not out of this yet. Becca Castillo with another solid hit, 27. Notham needs to keep the pressure on here. He really does need to hit this one. And does. Bamrook. So this is Martin Tomek once again of the Czech Republic on his 33rd shot. It's important that he keeps hitting these. Look at that, 24. That's the same as Bamrook, which would mean that if it was to stay that way at the end of the 35 targets, Tomek would survive just purely on bib numbers. So Becca Castillo, 28. Steve Notham of Luxembourg, 26. Can he make that 27? No, he can't. That's a miss. Stays on 26. And Bumruck, to stay in this final and keep his dreams alive, needs to keep going. That's a decent hit. That's 25. So pressure now on Martin Tomek. Must hit this. And he's missed. So that means that he can only draw level with Bumruk, but Bumruk has to miss. That's the thing. And then Martin Tomic would survive purely on his bib number. That's another miss for Becca Castillo. That's can only do Steve Northam a favour. He's therefore got to try and catch up here. There's an opportunity to close in with another one, and has. That's a really decent hit. That's one of the best hits of his final so far. And now Bumruk. 26 total. So that's bad news for Martin Tomic. Doesn't matter what happens here, even though he's hit it. He's on 25, but he's now out of this final. Becca Castillo can increase his lead. Yes, he can. That's 29. Steve Northam now. He's been really good at piling on the pressure on the Spaniard. He's within 2, and he's missed that one. I think I saw a bit of clay fly somewhere, but the referee's called that one a miss. I think it was. And Bumruk finishing on 27. So now, after 35 targets, we now have decided 4th place. Martin Tomic of the Czech Republic finishes in 4th. So cruel, the finish just outside the medals. He did so well earlier on in this final. Left-handed shooter, literally shooting one-armed as well. Absolutely brilliant, superb, absolutely brilliant stuff from Martin Tomic. He's such a joy to watch, but he does leave in 4th place. Czech Republic are still in there though. Jan Balkrum is there on 27 along with Steve Northam. They're both on the same total, but it's Adrian Becca Castillo of Spain who leads. 2 in front, he's on 29. So this really is the nitty-gritty stages now of this final. And that's Becca Castillo who has a miss. This is a crucial stage now for Steve Northam of Luxembourg. It's a great hit, 28. He's within 1. And now Bumruk can go level with Northam. This is really close now if he gets this. He does indeed. So Becca Castillo, pressure on the Spaniard, has to keep making hits. And does, look at that, total now 30. So Northam of Luxembourg on 28. Oh, that's a miss. Crucial at this stage. Could it slip away? And now Balkrum knows that if he gets this, and he doesn't. That's another miss for him. They're still tied on 28, those two shooters. Now Becca Castillo can put even more daylight between him and the other two as we edge towards deciding the bronze. Now it can't go to a shoot-off for a bronze medal. We can only decide by bib numbers. So if it was to all finish now, then it would mean that Steve Northam would survive and that Jan Balkrum would end up with the bronze. Becca Castillo with another hit takes him to 31. This is shot 38, so these two really do need to be in with the fight here. And that's a great hit from Northam. Balcrum needs to get this. And doesn't. That's a miss. So now we have a clear 1-2-3 going into the 39th shot. Becca Castillo on 31, Northam on 29, and Balcrum on 28.
Ready.
And that's Becca Castillo with another hit, takes him to 32. Here's Notham's got to keep the pressure on. And also, don't want to miss, because if Balcrum gets a hit here, then they're both on 29, but that's not going to happen. Notham's up to 30. Balcrum needs to get this to stay within one and doesn't. So there is our bronze medalist. It'll be Jan Balcrum of the Czech Republic. This is the 40th shot now from Becca Castillo. And that's a really decent hit as well at this stage of the final, because going into the final 10, you just want to be in front by as many as possible. Let's see what Steve Northam of Luxembourg can do here. He's missed that one. That's done the Spaniard a huge favour. And now Balcrum, he's got the bronze already. He's just shooting now for a bit of pride. And there it is. That's the 40th shot. Finishes with a hit. So the bronze medalist representing the Czech Republic, Jan Balcrum, did so well, especially towards the end and the closing stages there, moving into the medal positions. It's a bronze medal for Jan Balcrum. Superb. What a great performance in this final, getting hugs and congratulations all around. So it's down to Adrian Becca Castillo, the Spaniard, and Steve Northam from Luxembourg. Look at this, there's only 2 between them. So this is after 40 targets. We've got 10 targets still to go, and the only way it can go to a shoot-off is if the 2 athletes are tied after 50 targets. Here it is then, the closing stages. Let's see what happens.
Bereit.
Ready.
So here he is, the tournament final leader, Becca Castillo on 33. Missed though, so Notham's got a chance here to close the gap. Oh, great shot. 31 total now, he's within 2. 9 targets to go in this final.
Ready.
That's a great hit, that. And Northern also responds with a hit. That's 34 to 32. That's after 42 shots. 7 to go.
Ready.
And that's a miss from the Spaniard. Oh, that's crucial at this stage of the final. Northern knows what he's got to do. You can see what's going through his head. See that orange thing? I've got to do that to it. Bang, smashes it into pieces. It's now one between them. Drama here in Munich. Castillo comes back up. Goes through his routine.
Ready.
This final will get really interesting if he were to miss this and Notham gets a hit. He doesn't know that's a hit. That's 35. So Notham's got to stay in the chase. It's his 44th shot, this. Oh, what a shot. Stays within one. What a final this has been.
Ready.
And that's a hit. That's 36. This is Notham's 45th shot, so can he stay within one, or will it be a two-target gap? No, he's got it. There we go. That's 36-35 after 45 targets. We're really in for a dramatic finish to this final. This is the last final of the day on day 4 at the Munich 2022 WSPS World Cup. That's how it stands. The Spaniard on 36, Steve Notham of Luxembourg is on 35. This is going down to the wire by the looks of things. The only way this final can go to a shoot-off is if the athletes are tied after 50 targets.
Bereit.
Ready.
So Becker Castillo opens the final 5 shots with a hit. He's on 37. Notham has to keep this final alive, and does. Terrific hit there from the left-handed shooter.
Ready.
So shot 47 for Becker Castillo. And he gets it. That's 38. Shot 47 now for Notham. And hits his 2, so he's still within 1. So 48 shot for the Spaniard. There's only one between them. Adrian Becker Castillo and Steve Notham have pretty much been battling out this final between themselves. You could say it was a 2-horse race in some places, but the competition has been so high, very, very competitive. As we just come to the closing of day 4 of this World Cup meeting, it's just been superb so far. And that's a miss from Becker Castillo. So here is Notham's chance. He can get in here and level this up. This is real drama in this PT3 Para Trap final. There we go, Notham's got it. They're level. It's on 38 apiece. And there are 2 shots left in this final. And now I think it's a question of whoever misses first, really. Could end up with a silver medal. And the other athlete was going to walk away with the prize, the gold. So the pressure on these two right now. It's very, very silent here in the shotgun range. And I don't think that's because the crowd aren't enjoying what they're seeing. I think it's the polar opposite. They're just, like us, enthralled. Smashes it. Absolutely smashes that one. Becca Castillo to take him to 39. What can Notham do? Oh, he's missed it. Ah, such a crucial stage of the final. So the gold medal at the moment swings towards Becca Castillo. If he hits this, the Spaniard, there's bound to be a cheer, because that will be it. The gold medal will be his. And it's just slipped away from Steve Notham. Maybe, perhaps. We'll see. Shot 50. And it's a miss. Oh, the pressure. It could go to a shoot-off. Steve Notham has to hit this target, though, in order for that to happen. Otherwise, Adrian Becca Castillo is the gold medalist, and Notham does indeed get it. We've got another shoot-off on our hands. It happened in the PT2 final earlier on today. The crowd acknowledged that. I said earlier, the only way we can go to a shoot-off is if there's a tie after 50 targets, and that's exactly what's happened. So yet again, in another para-trap final, we will be going to another shoot-off. It's just been such an exciting afternoon of shotgun shooting here at the World Cup in Munich. Just absolutely brilliant. These two have been pretty much inseparable, and that's why they've ended up on the same score of 39 targets out of 50. So 19 misses apiece. Most of that's been coming down to pressure as well. So it's Spain versus Luxembourg.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be getting going with the shoot-off in just a moment. To the side is PT3 Nick Stanley SEU final. And Becca Castillo and Steve Notham battling it out now in the shoot-off for the gold medal.
So that was our announcer, Jamie Stangroom, just informing the crowd of what's happening in terms of this shoot-off. It happened in the last PT2 final, and it's happened again here at Munich. What drama to the ending of the 4th day of this fantastic World Cup. It's been absolutely wonderful so far. We've still got one day of competition to go. And yes, we will be bringing every final live to you tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube, so feel free to tune in like you have done today. So the athletes step forward, put their ear defenders on. And it's Becca Castillo that's going to fire first. You can see me just sitting down there. There you are, just in case you're wondering what it looks like from my perspective. I have a great view of this final. There's the TV crew sitting behind me. Our Italian team of Luigi, Fabio and Tom have all been doing a superb job. And also Seva as well on graphics. The unsung heroes of these broadcasts. Here we go then, the shoot-off. Here it is. Adrian Becca Castillo to fire first. And he starts with a hit. It's the first one to miss. This is the drama of a shoot-off. There you see as well the original podium from the 1972 Olympics. Just in the background there, those statuettes of those shotgun shooters. Here goes Steve Notham. He's got to hit this and he's missed it. That means the gold medal has gone to Spain. Adrian Becca Castillo is the gold medalist in this final. The shoot-off, it didn't last very long, did it? The battle between these two throughout the final was certainly very well contested, and that really was a drama. That really seemed to just go on. But it came down to a shoot-off in the end. The gold and silver have been decided. The gold medalist is Adrian Becca Castillo of Spain, which means the silver medal goes to Steve Notham of Luxembourg. What a brilliant performance from him. It's just been a brilliant final so far. There he is, gesturing to the camera. I'm not sure he realised maybe perhaps he has his fingers the right way round. I think it's supposed to be perhaps the other way, but I think he was trying to signal that's 2 medals. So what an end to day 4 here at the WSPS World Cup. Superb world-class shooting from the athletes. And now just trying to line up the medalists, just as they get their photos taken. Lots of congratulations going on. I mean, there's always chaos a little bit at the end of these shotgun finals. Whenever like that, everyone just invades the shotgun area. Family and friends, of course, who want to congratulate their loved ones, their husbands, their wives, their family. Kisses all round there for Becca Castillo. And now we'll just get our athletes lined up for the final presentations and announcements of the medals. So I hope you've enjoyed our coverage so far. It's been really good to have you along over the last 4 days. We've still got 1 day of competition to go, and we'll be back for day 5 of this WSPS World Cup as we just look at Adrian Becca Castillo, the gold medalist in this final. I think they're going to try to line up the medalists. Here we go, they finally managed it. And our announcer, Jamie Stangroom, in the background, just doing the final announcements of these medalists in this final. This is the PT Para Trap final. The bronze medalist representing the Czech Republic, Jan Baumruck. And the silver medalist representing Luxembourg, Steve Notham, being congratulated by the gold medalist. I mean, he really did push him right to the very end. Right drama here in this shotgun final. And the gold medalist representing Spain, Adrian Becca Castillo. There we are, salutes the entire crowd and takes it with absolute aplomb and style. What a final that was. My name's Rory McAllister. That's all from me and this commentary and this broadcast of the 4th day of the Munich 2022 WSPS World Cup. So from myself and the entire team behind the scenes here in Munich, have a very, very good evening. We'll see you tomorrow for day 5.
So, winner, congratulations. Thank you. Silver, congratulations. Come on, kluku, ty vole, kluku jeden. Ne, tady vám dám jednu, je to jedno.